Here's a cartoon horror movie pitch. It's about a treasure hunter who sneaks into a pharaonic tomb that has just been discovered, and he finds mummies. Now, these aren't your typical mummies because they all have names. There's one mummy for every letter of the alphabet, starting with a Ankh, the Great, and ending with Z for Zed, the god of the dead. And our hero has to escape the wrath of these mummies before he becomes the new exhibit. This is a classic haunted house story where the protagonist keeps getting more and more unlucky. The story begins with our hero, Harry, sneaking into the newly discovered tomb of the first pharaoh with the help of his two dim-witted sidekicks, Fred and Barney. Our heroes escape certain death by swinging across on vines, but they're soon confronted by the mummy of Thoth, the god of wisdom, who reveals to them the legend of the tomb. But before they can escape, the ground shakes again, and the great pharaoh himself rises from his eternal slumber. As the mummies collapse like dominoes, our heroes escape the crumbling tomb with their lives. But as they stumble out of the desert, we see the mask has survived and is waiting for its next victim. Turns out he was saved from death by the magic of the mask, and now he wants revenge. Apparently, whoever steals the pharaoh's mask will become the new exhibit. And since Harry is now wearing it, he should consider himself very lucky to have made it this far. They got in by bribing the workers with sacks of gold. But as soon as they enter the tomb, they realize it's booby-trapped. As the trio moves deeper into the tomb, the traps get more intense, like poisonous darts shot from catapults and giant stone rolling balls that chase them through corridors. Just barely escaping with their lives, they come across the sarcophagus of the first pharaoh, only to be interrupted by a man in a golden mask. After a brief fight, they knock him out and steal his mask, not realizing it's actually a cursed artifact that brings its wearer bad luck. Just then, the ground begins to shake as mummies start rising from their crypts, hundreds upon hundreds of them, each one more grotesque than the last. It turns out this particular pharaoh had a bit of an anger problem. So, when he died, he decided to have every single person in his empire, from the low to the high, entombed with him so he could eternally rule over them. Harry, Fred, and Barney run away, but the mummies are hot on their trail. We soon learn there's a reason why this tomb was never discovered. These mummies were animated by dark magic, and anyone who disturbed their slumber would be cursed to die horribly. To make matters worse, the curse also affects the people these intruders came with. Back at the entrance, we see one of the workers frantically digging to free his trapped wife, but he accidentally cuts through a support beam, and the whole place starts collapsing. Back in the tomb, Harry, Fred, and Barney find a secret passageway, but it leads to a pit of spikes. With no other way out, Harry and his friends fight their way past dozens of mummies and reach the inner sanctum where the Pharaoh's sarcophagus lies. Pharaoh vs. Harry is an epic battle, but in the end, Harry manages to defeat him and destroy the mask, freeing everyone from the curse, and that's the movie.